Grace and peace, everyone. Welcome to the Dance Leadership Training Certification Overview. I'm Kimberly M. Brown, and I'm going to be guiding you through this overview to hopefully answer some of your initial questions. We developed this video with you in mind so that as you're entering into the program, or if you're considering the program, you have some of your underlining initial questions answered. Okay, so welcome again, and here we go. The Dance Leadership Training Certification is designed to train individuals interested in teaching liturgical dance in a church setting or professional dance school or company. The focus of each course is you, as you cannot properly impart to people what you have not mastered. We believe that you, as the leader, are the cap of your ministry. You're the cap to it. So, people cannot achieve or go as high as you because you cannot impart or you can't teach people something that you do not have. So that's why the focus of this certification is really to edify you, to encourage you, to give you the tools necessary to be successful as a leader in liturgical dance ministry or liturgical arts. Okay, we totally believe that you have something to give no matter what stage you're at. However, in order to properly teach that thing and properly impart that, it needs to be something that has been tried, that you have tested, that you know is effective, and that you know that works, so that you can be skillful, right? Because we want to be skillful in what we do for the Lord. The goal of the certification is to produce a well-rounded dance leader who is comfortable, confident, and knowledgeable in the area of liturgical dance ministry from a natural and spiritual perspective. It is a great alternative for those who might not have an opportunity to take any college teaching courses or any anatomy courses or any college-based or professional dance classes. This is a great alternative because it gives you classes. We dive into classes, for instance, like the purpose of dance ministry, all the way to how to put together a proper warm up and stretch combination or set for your ministry. So it is an awesome course. And when I first started, my personal testimony is when I first started, I really didn't have a lot. So I had to do a lot of online research, a lot of articles. I did some secular dance classes. I actually taught at a secular dance school as well. The Lord provided me that opportunity. However, I didn't have a lot, and I wish something like this was available so that I can learn in a Christian setting and still get the practical resources that I needed. All right. The DLT certification is for a 2-year duration. And I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, 2 years. However, you are welcome to take as much or as the little courses as you'd like. However, it is highly recommended that you complete the entire certification. So, if there's only a couple courses that you need, for yourself, then that's perfectly fine. However, if you're going for the whole cert, then you have to complete all of the classes. Most of the classes are on a monthly basis. However, there are a few that are 8 weeks. So most of the courses can be completed within 4 weeks. However, I believe there's 2 that are 8 weeks. You must successfully, as I stated before, complete and pass all courses to receive the certification. Now, if you are in it for the long haul, your instructors will make sure that they do everything that they can to get you to complete the certification. At this point, we cannot accelerate it because it really is a lot of information. You really want to put the time in. I know that some of you guys are wives and husbands, and you have children and you have work. You may have church and ministry obligations. So to accelerate it may be a little bit much. However, the 2 years, is great. You do have the summers off. There are no courses offered in the summertime. You can, however, make up courses during that time, but it does give you that kind of downtime. And it's for a 2 year duration as well, because it's going to help you to develop working knowledge. And that's what we want, right? We don't want to be learning something, learning it out of a book and then running ahead with the information that's not tried and tested. You want to make sure that you are, you have the information, you studied the information. Now you have an opportunity to try it, to test it out, to master it before you teach and impart it. All right, on to our schedule. Now, this is the current track that we are following, covering 2013 to 2015. Now, do not fret if you are beginning the courses, say, in May 2014. There is a way that you can catch up, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. However, again, do not fret. The first course, now, if you are starting later on, there is an opportunity, like I said, to make up the courses, and you can make them up at your discretion. It's entirely up to you. We do have the summers off, so there's no classes during the summertime, so you are more than welcome to take those classes there. And as we had stated before, you can take as many courses as you'd like. However, to complete the certification, you do need to successfully pass them all. And the blessing is, and this is something that I didn't mention before, the blessing is once you have graduated through the program, you can always retake courses as a refresher. And if there's any other courses offered through the DLT program that are not attached to the certification, you can take those courses as well. So let's dig into our schedule. Personal reflection, that's only one class, but it is an awesome class that answers the question, what are you believing God to do through while you're here, while you're taking the courses? What is your expected outcome? What are your goals? You always want to have expectancy, right? We always want to have goals. Leadership, it's an awesome course as well, because whether you are a dance leader, and leadership in any capacity, it's great to go over the basic, elementary things about what is a leader, what are the responsibilities, and we take a look at that during that course. Liturgical dance theory is an awesome course as well, but we look at dance theory from a global perspective. History of liturgical dance, we're going to take a dive through the Bible, look at the scriptures of dance. We're also going to look at different cultures and how they deem dance sacred. The purpose of dance ministry is a very meaty course. We dive into dance ministry itself. Dance ministry genres, that course, as you can see, is 2 months. That course, we're going to talk about praise dance, worship dance, interpretive dance, prophetic dance, and flag ministry. And we're going to see that they are all they're in their own right, their own kind of segment, or their own kind of dance. And then from there, you'll be able to identify what type of dancer you are. We all have a certain bent in a certain area. You may find yourself, in 2 genres. However, there's probably one that there's probably just that one that you should really focus in and really study, because we want to be intentional, right? We just want to, it's great to kind of just be like, well, I move however the Lord has me to move. But isn't it wonderful when you become intentional? And when you ask him what type of anointing flows, what should you be expecting? Lord, what type of dancer am I? So that you can be intentional, because that's what we want, right? We want to take this thing to the next level. So, we want to begin to ask those questions. The next is types of liturgical dance. And that is a great course, because each ministry has its own flow, right? Each ministry is unique, and you don't want to pattern who you are or your ministry off of anyone else. So we take a look at the different types of ministries that are out there. Dance terminology, it's a great course as well. We look at some basic terms that are commonly used in dance. Liturgical dance ministry review. That is a review of the purpose of dance ministry genres, types of dance ministry, and dance terminology. So you're coming back from the summertime, and we're going to do a review. Teaching fundamentals. Great course as well. Every teacher should have the gift of teaching. I'm going to say that again. Every teacher in any capacity should have a grace to teach. And we talk about teaching at a fundamental level, just elementary teaching. Okay, learning styles, teaching styles, all of that stuff. Then we talk about teaching dance. So we take those principles that we've learned in teaching foundations and we now apply them to dance. Caring for your temple, a great course as well. We talk about anatomy, we talk about nutrition, we talk about how to prepare for rehearsal, how to prepare physically to minister as well. After that, we're going to talk about warm-up techniques, because we have to properly warm up the body. We cannot move away from the fact that dance is physical. There's a physical aspect. There's a lot of people out there that believe that dancers are, in fact, athletes. So there's a preparation, regardless of your body size, body type, it doesn't matter. There is a preparation that we need to take our body through. We have stretching techniques, and this is great as well, especially if you're starting off as a dance leader and you know that you've been called into leadership. You know that, but you might not know how to properly stretch the body, what are the major muscle groups, how to warm up the body. These will give you those practical things that you need. Choreography development, that's a 2-month class as well. Great class, talks about, just some things that you can employ if you have a team of dancers or just yourself that's not technically trained, to ones that are technically trained. And then, how do you choreograph for 2 sets of groups, and how do you choreograph for 1? So it's a great class. It'll give you some helpful tips. And then we have our last course, starting a dance ministry or a dance company. We look at in-house dance ministries and professional based outside. So if the Lord is calling you to start a dance ministry that is not affiliated with a church, we're going to look at that. And then we're going to look at dance ministries that are inside a church and how to begin with that. Okay, so that is your course outline. Again, do not fret. If you are starting midway through, you will be able to catch up. If you prefer not to catch up, then once May 2015 is through, the classes are going to start back up in September. So you'll be able to take those courses during its normal track, the courses that you've missed. Okay. Okay, tuition costs. The total a cost for the certification is $700. Now that's broken up. Each course, whether it is 4 weeks or 8 weeks, is $45, except for personal reflection. There is no cost to that course. Okay, so your tuition, the $45, is due the first class day. Now that's whether you are an online student or an on-site student. The first class day, you would just pay the $45. If you do not have it the first class day, a $10 late fee will be applied, and you have until the end of the course to pay the balance off. Okay, so don't fret if you're struggling financially. You can pay the late fee, but you have until the end of the course. If you do not pay by the end of the course, you will not get credit. Now that's a policy that we have, in fact, as of January 2014. It may change. However, for right now, that's the current policy. You can make a partial payment. but there'll still be the late fee will still be there. There's also a registration fee of $25. Once you pay that registration fee, you never have to pay that again. That is only for new students to CCD. So if you successfully completed the 2012-2013 season of Christ Center for Dance, then your registration fee is waived. Okay, there's 3 ways to pay. You can pay on cash. Of course, that's for our on-site DLT students. You can pay via check, or you can pay via PayPal. If you're in the studio, you can also pay via credit card as well. All right, we are wrapping up our overview here, and I want to thank you so much for your patience. I hope as we are going forward that your questions are being answered and that clarity is coming. So this is our frequently asked questions. So these are the questions that we get a lot, and I want to address them. How do I turn in assignments if I'm taking classes online? So just like this overview is via video link, your courses will be delivered to you via email, but they will be a video. Okay, so you're going to turn in your assignments via email. If there's any papers or any written homework that has to be done, you would just send those via email. Very simple. If it is a presentation, there are some activations that you're going to have to turn in. So you're going to have to video yourself. You could do it on your phone, a video camera, an iPad could do it, but you're going to upload those to our YouTube page, and that's a great way that you can connect with fellow students as well. Your finals, if it is a written final, will be sent online as well, and it'll be an online quiz. So you'll just complete it, hit the submit button, and you'll be all done. How do I receive online courses? So again, they're going to be sent to you via email, and it's going to be a video. So you're just going to, follow. You're going to watch the course, listen to the course, and just follow along. That way you can replay it, start and stop it with important information. You're also going to get the PDF version of the course as well, so you can print it out. Can the program be accelerated? At this point, it cannot, because it is a lot of information. And also, every third Monday, currently right now, for this track, every third Monday, that's a week before your final, I do a live review. So that way, if you have any questions, if you have anything that you want to discuss regarding the course, we can discuss that there. You do not have to participate in that if you do not want to. However, that is available. But because of the live review, and again, our goal is not to just get the information and run off with it, but it really is to develop working knowledge. If you look at, anything, to get a bachelor's degree, it typically takes about 3 to 4 years. To get a master's, it takes 6 to 8, and then a doctorate takes a little bit longer. So we don't want to rush this, right? We're not trying to rush anything, because we want to make sure that we are the best that we can be, so that the people of God, the people that the Lord is sending to you to teach and to impart into, the information that you are giving them has been tried and tested and has taken resonance in your spirit and in your heart. How do I dress for classes? Now, of course, this is for our on-site students. You're going to wear dance attire, not dance garments, not unless you are doing a presentation or some type of activation. Then you can change into your dance garments. But we want to leave our dance garments for ministry purposes. When you're in a classroom setting, you can wear, dance attire. You can wear a leotard, of course, with something on top of that. You can wear a teaching skirt that is a liturgical type skirt that comes about to your knee or your calf level, or you can wear jogging pants. Basically, you just want to be comfortable. Will I have contact with my instructor? I am the lead instructor for the DLT course. You will have my email address. You can always email dlt@christcenterfordance.org, or you can email me directly. I'll forward that information. If there is another instructor, you will have their contact information. You'll have their office hours if you ever need to call them. They will be accessible to you as best that they can. Okay. Next question. Can I start and stop classes? You absolutely can. If life, occurs or something happens that you need to stop classes, let's just shoot an email and that's perfectly fine. You can resume the classes whenever you are ready. Will I receive a certification? Yes, you will. The board members of Christ Center for Dance will sign a certificate of completion. Certificate of completion that will say that you have completed the DLT certification. You have successfully passed, and because of that, we believe that you are equipped and well capable and able to teach liturgical dance. It'll say something like that. I can't quote it verbatim, but it'll say that. We are not accredited. However, you have went through the certification, you have successfully passed, and on behalf of Christ Center for Dance, we're going to say that you have completed the requirements to teach liturgical dance. Is there a graduation? For our on-site students, we do have a graduation. For our online students, I'm still trying to map out something in my head for you guys. You will receive your certification via mail. It'll be announced via email, but you'll receive something hard copy via mail as well. But I would love to actually work out something. But if that doesn't happen, we'll see. We'll see what God is going to do. All right. The question now remains, and is stated, ready to begin your journey? I hope that I have answered any of your initial questions and put some anxiety to ease. If you are ready to register, you can visit christcenterfordance.org. You'll see a tab for Dance Leadership Certification, and you can register online. All of our registration is done online now. We're trying to go paperless. You would just complete that information. You will receive an orientation video. You can watch that. Some of the information will be the same as what you've heard today, but you're going to just watch that, send an email that you have watched that. The next step would be to pay the registration fee of $25 and then to pay for your first class. Once you pay for your first class, it will be emailed to you. And then you'll be off and running. Again, if you are listening to this and the track has already started, it is up to you whether or not you want to, take all of the courses all at once, or you can take one at a time. You will follow the current track. So if you're starting May 2014, wherever that May class is, if you're starting, in the beginning, then you will be paired with that cohort. Okay. And again, you are welcome to backtrack and take those courses, or you can take them with the next cohort and then graduate. All right. So again, if you have any further questions, you can email us at dlt@christcenterfordance.org, and have a blessed day, everyone.